Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the SPC Tutorials. Please endeavor to subscribe, like, share and comment. Now this morning we'll be discussing mathematics, a topic called subject formula. And on the board you have two questions already, question 1 and question 2. Now we are going to be solving each question step by step. Now looking at what we have here, we have a big root. Now for us to cancel out this big root, we have to square both sides. We have to square both sides. Then it becomes t. Like from here, I can easily square both sides now. I'll do it like this, squared, squared. So this times this is same thing as t squared. T squared is equals, these two will cancel out this root. You'll not be having pq minus rq over r. The next thing to do is what? To cross multiply. Now be having rot squared equals pq minus rq, then q. Now we have to make q the subject of the formula. We have to make q the subject of the formula. Now since you have q and you have q, it means that you are to factorize. In that sense, it becomes rot squared is equals q open brackets p minus r cube. All right, so it becomes this what will be. Now since q is here, you have to factorize. In doing so, you bring out q, because this times this is same thing as this, then this times this same thing as this, and you now divide both sides by p minus r cube. That is p minus r cube, then p minus r cube. So this will go into this. Therefore, q now is equals what? Rot squared over p minus r cube. Alright, so this is the final answer. Alright, since you have big root, you square both sides. In doing so, it becomes t squared equals, then this will cancel this, you have this, you cross multiply, you now be having rot squared, then this q is common, so you factorize. In doing so, you bring out the q, then you do this. Since you have this attached to the divide both sides by it, you now have that q is equals rot squared over what? P minus r cube. So that is for that. That is for that. Then as for the second question, you have k equals 4m big root t minus p over what? S. You have to make p the subject formula. In doing so, you are going to be doing the same thing here. You will have to square both sides. All right. Oh, sorry, this marker is faint. You square both sides. In doing so, it becomes k squared equals, now these two will affect this. It becomes 4 times, because since it's 2, because that is 4 into 2 places, like 4 times 4, you have 16. Then m, that is m squared. Then the big root is out. You now have that, open brackets, t minus p over s. All right, so what do you do from here? You what? You cross multiply. It becomes sk squared equals what? This times this is 16 m squared t minus 16 m squared p. All right, so we have to make p the subject of the formula. So for that reason, this will cross. It's crossing. It becomes okay. For simpler work, since we have minus here, I'm going to do like this. I'm crossing this. Then this one will go the other way. Becomes 16 m squared p equals 16 m squared t minus sk squared. sk squared. So you have 16m squared p. Now you have to make p the subject of the formula. What do you do next? You divide both sides by what's attached to p, which is what? 16m squared. 16m squared. Alright, so you have this going to this. Then p is equals what? 16m squared t minus sk what squared over 16m what squared. Now you cannot leave the answer to be this. This is not well simplified. Now you have 16m squared and you have 16m squared, which is totally what odd. So for that reason, I'm going to split this expression into two parts. In doing so, it's going to take this form. It becomes over 16m squared, okay, then over 16m squared. You can see now it is well simplified. I can now cancel this with this. It becomes p is equals t minus sk squared over 16m squared. All right, so this is our final answer. Subject formula is not what you should do by cramming. No, you have to take it step by step. Since you have big roots, you square both sides so this big root can get out. You now have this, you cross multiply, you have this. So if you should stop here, you'll be wrong because you have something that is common here. In doing that, you have to put this into two expressions. You'll be having this, so cancel out, you have this as your final answer. So at this point, to call it a day, please endeavor to subscribe, like, share and comment. If you have questions you would love to ask out of curiosity, just drop it on the comment section and I shall attend to it. Do have a wonderful day.